we're just gonna mess with the transmission crossmember. Hey guys, welcome back to Crossmember Garage. So, as you can see, we've got a mess going on here. You know, we started trying to figure out some stuff on the 4-link, trying to figure out stuff. I got the, I'm not sure if you guys can see over there, got the rear end out of the 98 Mustang over there. It's got disc brakes on it. So that's going to be a great addition. I'm not sure. It's a little bit longer. I need to make sure it's going to fit before I decide exactly what I'm going to do there. But I'm actually going to do that real quick. I'm going to go out there and take some measurements of the body, because I don't care that it matches up to this, to the Ford 8-inch rear end. I don't care that it's longer than that. What I care about is that it fits under the tub of the Willys, because that's all that matters to me. Anyway, but what I want to focus on today, this weekend, today, I don't know, however long it's going to take, a month, maybe, you know, who knows. But this transmission crossmember, I'm going to make a new one because I don't know what's going on with this. It's not bolted in. It's just hanging out here. So I dropping stuff again. I want to make a new transmission crossmember. Something that's gonna. This is just. It's got all kinds of holes drilled in it from people doing stuff to it in the past, and I don't even know if it's actually the correct transmission crossmember. So I'm just gonna make a new one. Pretty much that simple. But I need to measure for this rear end, because this rear end, now I'll probably be running smaller tires than this, but we're looking at a total overall length of about 68 inches. And I don't know that I have 68 inches to play with. 6 or 8 maybe, more on the 6 side, but 68 no. So let me get a magnet and I'm gonna measure that real quick. How's this battery almost dead already? It was brand new. All right, so I'm gonna change the battery real quick too. All right guys, here's what I figured out. We're at 66 inches out on the tub. We're at 68 inches here. We can run a skinnier tire though and probably fit just fine. These are 205s. I don't necessarily think we need that wide of a tire. I don't know. Let me do some research on that. We're just gonna mess with the transmission crossmember. Yeah, let's get busy on that. And I'm gonna put this out of my mind, not even worry about it for a minute. So yeah, if anybody out there, any of you Willys guys, hey, Paul Watson, what is the width of your Willys? Because mine's just kind of floating around out there. I don't know, what's the width of yours? You know, from tire to tire. What size tire are you running? You're not running the stock. Well, yours is lifted. You know what? Never mind, Paul. You can't help me, can you? I don't know. Can you? Help me, Paul? What are you doing? Anyway, let's get busy on this, the thing that I was just talking about. I'm gonna tell you what, guys. Every time I jack this thing up, move it around, I keep finding more and more acorns. I could probably package these up, sell them to Tim Hortons or something. I mean, you know, don't they use a lot of acorns? Those Canadians are weird.
Goddamn native Canadians.
So I'm gonna put a little Okay, so that's that's going to keep the transmission from falling on me. Let's get this unbolted though. Alright guys, so I've got all my angle finding, measuring, leveling, I got a bunch of stuff here because there's going to be some geology involved here to figure out what exactly we're doing. And by the look of this, we're also going to be replacing the transmission filter and gasket and everything at some point. Not today, but at some point. So I've got my scrap piece of metal here to write some measurements down on. My Sharpie. There's no way this is factory because that is rough cut as I've ever seen. It's like somebody cut this with a cutting torch. I mean, it's bad. Anyway, 36 inches. I'm going to go and I'm going to measure the inside of the frame rails. I want to make sure that this is, because I didn't pay much attention. Okay, so I'm glad I did that because we're actually going to make this at 37 inches. So right, 37 inches. And because the bolts that are, I'm not sure if you can see this, but somebody actually did plan on bolting this in at one point, but my God, they're an 1/8 inch away from the edge here. So we're going to give ourselves a little more room to bolt this in. So 37 inches. Let's pop this off because we're probably going to reuse this just because it is rubber isolated. I think it'd be a good idea. Here, this thing is gross, guys. You guys excited about Halloween? What are you gonna be? I have no idea what I'm gonna be yet. I know this really hot girl up in Canada. She's gonna be Elvira. I cannot wait to see out the costume. I have no idea what I'm gonna be though. Me and some friends were talking about doing like a team, like a group costume thing. I don't know. We rarely follow through with our plans, so we'll see. Oh my God, that's disgusting. All right. This side at least had a washer. So if I could go a day without dropping everything I touch, that would be fantastic. But yeah, we're gonna replace the washers on both of them with my favorite kind of the locking variety. I am gonna get this gross thing soaking though. We got some lacquer thinner, we got some Goo Gone, we got some WD, some brake cleaner. What's this? Heavy Duty Degreaser by CRC. We'll try it. See, this is all rough cut also. It's like, anyway, I don't know what's going on here, guys, but we're gonna fix it. All right. 3 3/4 inches. Let's write that down. And yeah. So this section here, I'm just going to make it about 8 inches. I think, you know, that'll be fine. It'll give me room to mount that on there. It'll give me room to mount that on there. That's what I'm saying. So, anyway, I have a, I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's 2x2. So, I have something perfect for this because you remember the welding review that I did, the welder review? I still have that piece of metal we welded. I'm not going to use that. I do have plenty of these in 24-inch sections though. So, That's what we're going to use. What's the chances my table's level? Almost. We're going to call it good right there. It got hot all of a sudden. Dang. Yeah, we're good enough. Actually, we're pretty much dead on. I mean, close enough to dead on anyways. You know, this is Jeff's damn close enough fab shop. That's what I like to call this. So we're gonna take this ugly thing, we're gonna set her over here. We're gonna have to bring this back because we gotta do some thinking. Do some thinking. Thinking. Alright guys, so you know what? I'm no geologist. I'm not. The best I could figure out, I broke out my little handy dandy Empire. I don't know where this came from, probably Harbor Freight. So I'm sure it's real good, real accurate. But I came up with 35 degrees. That's what we're cutting this thing at. We'll cut one, we'll see how it looks, and we'll go from there on whether or not we're going to proceed with the other side, cutting at the same angles. Does that make sense? I hope so. I'm gonna throw you all in time lapse. Guys, I'm disappointed in y'all. Now, y'all sat there and you watched me I told you I couldn't do geometry, but y'all sat there and you watched me come up with all these angles, knowing damn well none of them were going to work. I turned the camera off because I'm a little upset with you guys. You know, I don't want to hear it in the comments because y'all had your chance to speak up and you didn't. All right. So what I got is this first section cut. Now, this is just a reference point. I'm right at my 3 3/4 inches to the top of this piece, which is what I need to be at the top of that piece. Does that make sense to you? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some tacks on this because I want to keep this in position. And then I'm going to have to build another side, and then I'll build a bar to go in between the two. I think that's going to be my easiest route here. Because like I say, once again, with geometry, it messes with my head. And don't y'all worry about how strong this is going to be because I'm a master welder. If you don't believe me, just ask my gloves. They'll tell you. That's wrong hand. Don't ask that breaker though to do anything. Using the breaker from, or using the outlet from the washer, we got a duty cycle of about a half a second. Now over on this side, I got a huge gap. Because once again, you guys didn't tell me, you know, so it's your fault is what I'm saying. Now don't y'all worry about that Grand Canyon of a gap there because I'm the evil Knievel of welding. I'll jump that son of a gun. This thing's gonna weigh 100 pounds. I'm gonna have so much damn welding wire in there. That is what I call a successful Grand Canyon jump right there, guys. We'll let this cool down for a minute. I want to grind her down, see how she looks. Plus, I'm hungry. I want to go grab myself a Sammy or something. I don't know what I got up there to eat, to be honest. Probably nothing. Oh, you know what? I got some chicken. Got some chicken tenders. Woo! Alright guys, so it's dark out. It's late because what happened was I went upstairs, had some chicken tenders, and sat down to eat them, and Roadhouse was coming on. I mean,
fuck Patrick Swayze.
what was I supposed to do? Not watch Roadhouse? I mean, now I want to kick somebody in the knee, but outside of that. So anyway, I came back down and I busted the second one out. I'm not sure which one I just made. This one, because it's hot. But here's what I'm thinking. So we need 37 inches. And right now, we're at 46 inches. So we got plenty of length. Now, what I'm thinking is take some 1/4 inch plate and weld that on there. And then we'll just drop this right into place. Drill some holes. What do y'all think? I want your thoughts this time, because last time, you know, you guys let me down, and well, we've seen how all the extra metal with the weird angle cuts that don't work for anything, you know. Anyway, so that's kind of what I'm thinking at this point. But it is late. I'm thinking about watching that Hocus Pocus 2. I think it just came out yesterday. I don't know. I don't really remember Hocus Pocus 1 all that well, but I have a feeling everybody at work is going to be talking about it come Monday. And I don't know. Is it funny? I guess I'll let you know tomorrow. But, yeah. So do me a favor, though. This little, we'll get it squared away tomorrow. We'll get this strapped down and everything, get everything all squared up. But do me a favor, hit like, hit subscribe, drop me a comment real quick, okay? Do it right now. I'm gonna sit here and wait. Hey, Piston. He doesn't like being on camera, guys. Anyway, drop me a comment real quick. I'm gonna sit here and wait, and you know, cause I want to know you're watching. So yeah, go ahead right now. Yeah, right there where it says write a comment. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, just say hi. Tell me where you're from. Whatever you want to do, you know. Okay. All right, hey, thanks for doing that. Anyway, so we'll get back on this first thing in the morning, because I'm going to knock this out this weekend, and really there's not much more to do to it. I don't know. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into tomorrow with it, but let's try to get it mounted up and everything tomorrow. So and then we'll see, maybe we'll jump into something else. I don't know. We'll see what time we got. All right, see you in the morning, guys. Welcome back to what I'm calling Project I Just Don't Give a Damn. I got to sitting there thinking about stuff last night while I was watching Hocus Pocus 2, which is, it's whatever. Anyway, I did this all wrong. So I'm going to have to cut this off here. My thought about running a piece of 1/4 inch plate, that's not going to work. So I got some ideas today that I think will work. So I'm going to start with cutting both of these pieces down, because first off, they're way too tall. I was doing the original measurement with the mount in position itself. So I'm going to get to cutting. I'll throw y'all on time lapse. Alright guys, so I'm pretty happy with what we got so far. I'm not worried about capping these because they're open on the bottom. So any debris that goes down in there is just going to fall straight through the ground. I'm going to clean this up though. And then we'll get this mounted. This thing is just nasty. Had it soaking in the degreaser. I also dropped my safety glasses in the degreaser. That was great. So maybe I should change the name of this channel to Dropping Shit Garage, because that's pretty much all I do is drop stuff. Alright, I'm going to take this outside, I'm going to spray it off, and I'll be back. I'm going to start with, I'm going to clean up these threads with the wire brush. Here's something I did learn the other day though while watching YouTube. If you turn these to where they ratchet, turn them all the way, and then if you give it a small little turn, let's see if you guys can hear this. Alright, let's get you up. I don't know where the microphone's at, but listen. I don't know if you heard that. But apparently that locks your bit into place so it doesn't spin out on you. Had no idea. But, kind of cool. Alright, sent them for a little ride. Yeah, it spins on beautiful now. Alright, so my battery died, so I figured I'd take a minute to clean up real quick. This is cleaned up for me. Anyway, so these are about 3 inches apart, give or take. So we know we have this 8-inch to work within. So we're going to put a line right on the 1 inch. Right on 1 inch. I'll break out the hillbilly speed square here. Just draw us a line. Does that look centered? I guess we can break out the tape measure and find out, right? Yep, she's centered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create an oval so that these can move back and forth a little bit for us, so we can nail where we want to go. Okay. I don't know where my punch went, so we're just going to hope this works. So that'll sit in there. That's going to give us all kinds of adjustability. So from there to there, we're at 37. There to there, we are at 12 1/4. There to there, we're at 12 1/4. All right, so we're good. We know where we need to cut. Hopefully we can cut some straight lines. I could really use a chop saw, guys. That's all I can say. Alright. So now we can mark our holes. Okay, so my thought here is I'm going to put some of these, what do you call them, nutserts. I had a bunch of 1/4 bolts or nuts or screws or bolts, those things laying around. I don't know where they're at. I'll find them at some point. But anyway, so we're going with the 1/4. And we're just going to put some nutserts in here, and that way we don't have to, you know, fight this every time we're trying to get it out. Does that make sense to you? Am I making any sense at this point? It either worked or it didn't, I'm not sure. Found a couple that'll work, or it'll fit at least. They're not going to be permanent by any means, but it'll help us line those holes up when we set this all in there. So that's something, right? I guess, whatever. I'm a little disappointed in myself losing stuff like that. But now I'm going to clean this up real quick. Actually, this one doesn't fit, but it catches a couple threads. Good enough for now. I'm going to clean this up, and then we're going to get it painted, and then we're going to mount her. Alright, y'all, so I don't have any black paint, but I do have this rubberized undercoating. Paintable, rubberized, resist rust, which is what we're really after. And it'll work, you know, because how's that song go? If you can't paint with the paint you want, honey, paint with what you got. Paint with what, it's something. I think that's what they really meant by that song. Alright, so we're gonna let that dry for now. You remember the other day where I said I was building a car that was going to be a 6 out of a 10? I think we're quickly dropping down to a 5. But, you know what? It's my build. Follow along to see this idiot. So, I'm going to let this dry. Probably hit it with a couple more coats in between there. We'll come back and get it all mounted up, see how she looks. And I think I'm going to order me a pizza because it's Sunday and I don't feel like cooking. And frankly, I'm running out of time. I got to get this thing edited tonight because I want to get it to y'all on Monday. I like to try and get y'all an actual video on Monday if I can. So, all right, I'll catch you in a minute. All right, so this has been a couple hours at least, and it's still not completely dry in some areas. I'm guessing if you can see some of my fingerprints there, I'm guessing it's not liking this 50 degree or 60 degree, whatever. It's cold. It's getting colder. So I'm going to handle these gingerly and try to put them in. You know, worst case scenario, I'd give them a little touch up once they're in the car. No big deal. tell you what, I hope that that undercoating that I sprayed on there decides to dry, because I really don't want to pull that out and strip it down and repaint it. So, but it's everywhere. But I'm not going to spray any more on it. I'm going to let it, you know, kind of decide if it's going to dry or not. But yeah, let's take a look. So I don't know if you guys can remember back to the beginning of the video. What we did have was this weird, you know, I don't even know. See, this is, look how many holes are in it. It's chopped off, like it literally looks like somebody took a cutting torch to it to cut it down to size. But anyway, this is what we had. I don't know what it was, honestly. I imagine a Crossmember out of something. But now we got this in here, and I just feel it looks cleaner. It's definitely heavier. It's 1/4 inch square tubing, 2-on-2. You know, it should do a great job for us. It probably is going to have to come back out at some point. I want to make sure transmission and everything's centered. Plus, we got the frame to paint, so it's going to have to come out for that anyway. Dropping tools. Anyway, this week I'm really going to dive into this 4-link, or the rear end setup rather, so that we can get started on that 4-link. I don't know as far as what I'm doing. I really don't. I don't know which direction I'm going as far as these rear ends go. But now's the time, you know, that was bugging me. I wanted to get that done. Had some other things. The 4-link just came in. I'm just, you know, it came in last week. So I'm just, you know, trying to figure things out at this point, because I didn't want to set the 4-link up and then decide to switch rear ends. So I went and got the other rear end. And so now I got options as far as what I'm doing there. I don't know, is what I'm saying. But that is, it seems to be our next most logical course of action, is to get on the 4-link. I don't see where else we can go at this point. It seems, I want to get that wrapped up, is what I'm saying. So anyway, I don't know, thank you guys for watching. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe, drop me a comment. I've, you know, asked you several times throughout this video, drop me a comment. Just drop me a comment, please. You just scroll down, it's right there, right underneath you. And then here in a minute, some things are gonna pop up. There's a thing you can hit right there, subscribe, okay? And it's probably on the screen right now. It's telling you to subscribe. And then there's also on one of these sides of me, either this side or this side of me, there's going to be a link to the playlist for the Willys. So if you want to check out the Willys, or if you want to check out some of my other videos. So anyway, y'all have a wonderful week. Y'all stay awesome. Love you guys. Bye.